All right, my crew, my grandbabies, and those of you that are watching, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to these stories. I do have several more on my channel. So if you haven't checked them out, go ahead. I love it. They're fun. Most of them are silly and just trying to make reading fun for the children. And these are for my grandbabies for when I'm long gone. They'll be able to still watch me. A porcupine named Fluffy is today's story. Helen Lester, she is the author of this book, and Lynn Mussinger, she's the illustrator. That means she drew the pictures. I think I like this book because I have three of them. Houghton Mifflin Company in Boston. They are the publishers who made sure this story got put out there for kids to have the opportunity to read. This is a story about a porcupine. When Mr. and Mrs. Porcupine had their first child, they were delighted, and he needed a name. Now, Porcupine, let's see, should they call him Spike? Because look, porcupines are prickly. Nah, Spike was too common. Should they call him Lance? No, Lance sounded too fierce. Should they call him Needle Rooser? No, Needle Rooser was too long. Prickles, Pokey, Quillian. Then together they had an idea, the mom and dad. Let's call him Fluffy. It's such a pretty name. Fluffy, that's it. So here's Fluffy. But soon there came a time when Fluffy began to doubt that he was even fluffy at all. He first became suspicious when he backed into a door, and guess what? He stuck right to it fast. That was not a Fluffy thing to do. He was even more convinced when he accidentally slept on his back and he poked holes in his mattress. A very, very unfluffy thing to do. Look at this umbrella. When he tried to carry an umbrella, he knew the truth without a doubt. Fluffy definitely wasn't. In other words, he's saying he's definitely not fluffy. So he decided to become fluffier. Clouds are fluffy, he thought. Ooh, I'll be a cloud. But he couldn't stay up. Down he came. He was up there and down he came. I know, pillows are fluffy, he said. I will be a pillow. But when his mother sat on him, woohoo, she was not pleased. She sat on that prickly thing. He tried soaking in a bubble bath for 45 minutes, but he did not become fluffy. Instead, he became soggy. He tried whipped cream. He put a little on each quill, and it was not easy, and it took more than a half a day. He put whipped cream on every single quill. That's like our hair, but it's his quill. But his dad did, but this did not make Fluffy fluffy. You know what? They should have named me Gooey, he sighed. He ate a lot of fluffy marshmallows. He rolled in the shaving cream and feathers, and he even tried to become a bunny. The bunny ears. But the truth remained. Fluffy just wasn't. One afternoon, Fluffy set out for a walk, trying to think of ways to become fluffy. He's trying walking and thinking and walking and thinking. Before long, though, he met a very large rhinoceros. Ooh, they're fierce. Grrr, said the rhinoceros. I'm going to give you a rough time. Fluffy didn't know what a rough time was, but he didn't like the sound of it at all. What's your name, small prickly thing? Asked the rhinoceros unkindly. Fluffy? My name's Fluffy. The rhinoceros smiled, and then he giggled, and then he laughed out loud. He rolled on the ground, he jiggled, and he slapped his knees. He's going, oh! He roared with laughter. Fluffy! A porcupine named Fluffy, howled the rhinoceros. Fluffy was embarrassed, but he tried to be polite. And what is your name? He inquired. Uh, huh, I can't say it, giggled the rhinoceros. Hubert? Said Fluffy. Uh, uh, oh, help. I just can't say it. I'm laughing so hard, said the rhinoceros. Well, is it Harry? Or maybe Herman? Asked Fluffy. No, gasped the rhinoceros. It's Hippo. A rhinoceros named Hippo. Hippo? A rhinoceros named Hippo? Fluffy smiled and he giggled and he laughed out loud. He jiggled and he slapped his knees. He howled with laughter. A rhinoceros named Hippo? Fluffy cried. A porcupine named Fluffy, a rhinoceros named Hippo. It was almost more than they could bear. Hippo and Fluffy rolled on the ground, giggling and laughing until tears came to their eyes. At last, they lay there exhausted on the ground. From that time on, guess what? They were the best of friends. And Fluffy didn't mind being Fluffy anymore, even though he really wasn't. And that is the end of that story. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I have several stories here on my YouTube channel. You're welcome to watch them. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the story, go ahead and just click, you can click like, you can comment on things that I can do to improve, because really, I am just reading these like I would be reading them to my grandkids. Have fun. Have a blessed night, blessed day. Thank you again for watching. You can subscribe to my channel. I try to upload every few days, and I appreciate it. Thanks. Y'all have a good day. To my babies, I hope you were good and got to watch the whole story. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you later and soon. Good night.